and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John, and today I've got a review of Clown in a Cornfield by Adam Cesar. Try to get the glare off it there. Alright, there you go. Anyway, this was sent to me by Juan at Plagued by Visions, so thank you for that, Juan. This one of those books, I'm not really sure how I'm going to review it, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to read the synopsis. And I might comment a little bit while I'm reading this synopsis, and then I'll kind of give you my thoughts on the book as well, okay? So here we go. Let's go ahead and read this out. When Quinn and her father moved to a tiny town with a weird clown for a mascot, they're looking for a fresh start. Now, this is after they moved from Philadelphia, and this is after the death of Quinn's mother. Or you find out that her mother was a heroin addict. And that's not really a spoiler, it's just what it is, okay? But ever since the town's only factory shut down, Kettle Springs has been cracked in half. Now, how do I describe Kettle Springs? Kettle Springs is a town, it's a town where you hear the expression, "You ain't from around here, are you, boy?" Quite a bit, or "You ain't from around here" quite a bit throughout the course of this book, alright? It is also one of those towns where if you were eavesdropping on foreplay between a husband and a wife, it might sound something like, "Hey baby, you like that?" Quack, quack, quack. That's kind of what Kettle Springs is all about. Okay, anyway, so let's get on with it. Most of the town believes that the kids are to blame. After all, the juniors and seniors at Kettle Springs High are the ones who threw the party where Arthur Hill's daughter died. That is in the prologue of the book. So no spoiler there, so what happens? They're the ones who set the abandoned factory on fire and who spend all their time posting pranks on YouTube. They have no respect and no idea what it means to work hard. That's kind of the complaint of every adult person toward teenagers. I mean, it's been like that throughout history, alright? Anyway, for the kids, it's the other way around. And now Kettle Springs is caught in a constant battle between old and new, tradition and progress. It's a fight that looks like it will destroy the town, until one homicidal clown with a pork pie hat and a red nose decides to end it for good. Because if your opponents all die, you win the debate by default. Alright, now this is by Adam Cesar. I've read two books by Adam, Video Night and Tribesman. I enjoyed both of those books. I believe I gave both of them like a 4-star rating. And I also give Clown in a Cornfield a 4-star rating. But the thing I was thinking about Clown in a Cornfield is this. Alright, you guys already know I am going to be 60 years old in March of 2022. So I would technically fall on the adult side, the old folk side of Clown in a Cornfield, alright? So, that being said, I got to thinking, I said, if I were younger, I truly believe that if you got a young person and an older person together to read this book and review it, you're going to come up with two very different points of view and very different reviews, because me being an older person, I don't necessarily always understand what is going on with younger people. And it's like I said, it's been like that for years and years and years, on down through the centuries, okay? It's just the way it is, all right? And then the same thing with a young person. They might get a totally different point of view out of this book. And I feel like I'm kind of barnstorming, or whatever you call it, or grandstanding, or just filibustering, or whatever, when I'm talking about this book, because I'm really not sure, you know, because, like I said, it should be me, I should be taking the side of the adults, and I don't necessarily do that. I mean, yes, I have had many times with teenagers that have gotten on my nerves to the point of where I just, you know, I'd like to strangle them, but I'm not going to do that. You know, and this, I think, is what Adam Cesar did, was he took this generation gap sort of thing, and he just turned it up to 10 or 20 or whatever, with just this homicidal clown and with this huge massacre that takes place in the book. I'm not going to say when or where in the book, but it's pretty much the crux of or pretty much the brunt of, like, from the end of the middle to the beginning of the end sort of thing. It focuses on this particular massacre. All right, and I'm not just saying a massacre between adults. I'm not going to say anymore. All right, I mean it's bloody for a young adult book. It's pretty bloody, pretty terrifying. So yeah, like I said, I'm kind of grandstanding on this review. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. Maybe I should have prepared a little bit better. But if I don't talk about things off the top of my head, then usually I'm just like, okay, what do I want to say about this? But anyhow. Like I said, I enjoyed this book. I enjoyed the way that Adam took this, like I said, this generational gap and just cranked it up to 10. I enjoyed the characters. The younger characters, I guess I would say my favorite character out of them is Quinn, because Quinn, for being a teenager, she's a very responsible teenager, and she doesn't take any crap off of anybody, okay? I mean, she's just... yeah, she's a pretty cool character, all right? Some of her friends, now, friends like Janet and Ronnie, I didn't like them, but then again, you know what? You really weren't supposed to like those characters in the first place. And then let's move over to the adults, because the adults are the ones you're going to love to hate in this book, okay? Especially Sheriff Dunn. Sheriff Dunn is your typical redneck sheriff, all right? He's a kind that, he's a big guy, really big guy, but he's the kind that just expects respect because he wears the badge and the uniform. That is the kind of the way that Sheriff Dunn is. And Sheriff Dunn is another one that absolutely hates these teenage kids, all right? Even though, technically speaking, they really have not done a whole lot to earn his hatred, all right? So yeah, those on the dislike and the like side, yeah, even though I probably, like I said, should be choosing sides with the adults, I'm not going to do that because the adults are not likable people in this book. None of them are, except for Quinn's dad, and he's a cool guy, all right? He's a doctor, or an ER nurse or something like that. Anyway, I give this some 4 stars. I enjoyed it. And once again, I would definitely read more Adam Cesar, and I have, and I want to read more, so there you go. For what it is, for what it is worth, this is my review of Clown in the Cornfield. I'm going to hold up the title. I'm going to hold the book up one more time. Clown in the Cornfield. There you go. And thank you guys for watching. And this is going to post probably, it'll post. I'm going to post it pretty soon. Anyway, thank you. And take care and stay scared.